Hello everybody, today we're going to take a look at a scenario where Spain started over. This is the first episode of GMR, and with you is Gold Team Ukraine on top. I'll see who does the next one, or who does the next video in general, because we're kind of going to have to do on turns. But, yeah, and this is going to be the first video. We kind of wanted to do an introduction video, but since basically nobody can at the same time, ways available in the same time, mostly we just decided to not do that anymore. So yeah, I've decided that civilization will start right here in Sicily. So over here, these guys, will explore around the sea as well. And they have a pretty nice navy considering they're kind of on an island. So they're also going to reach out and discover Malta, and they're going to try and reach the tip here, but they're, don't really know where the tip over here in Tunisia is, so they can also go towards Sardinia. But they do manage to continue exploring upwards before finally establishing their own red civilization here. Very original, I know. Very original civilization, and since we have this, I should also do a capital layer. So, pretty cool. Their capital will be right here. And yeah, they're gonna just simply continue exploring. But some groups, at one point this country, it's kind of want to stop expanding, or stop exploring, and focus more on expanding and conquering. So they're gonna start going upwards on the Italian peninsula. This doesn't sit well with some people, some people here think they should explore a lot more than. Because they still don't think they think the world is big, not as big as this, but they think the world is bigger than just this thing. These guys think the world is pretty small, maybe like something like this. I don't know, maybe a few seas somewhere. I don't know. These guys think the world is much. The other guys that want to explore think the world is much bigger, and we need to put full time into exploring it. So these guys, kind of, flee, I guess, from the country, and well, they kind of go for there for a bit before kind of a storm kind of sets them in another direction, and they land right about here in this area. Eventually we'll see them starting their own civilization right over here, and I guess this is basically going to be Montenegro. And their capital will be there. Sicily doesn't know. The Sicilians don't know, but they're kind of confused since a lot of their population just disappeared. But they're not going to think much of it as of right now. They're simply going to continue their taking of land. Ignore what's going to the red part. Don't just ignore it, please. Well, they're gonna just continue exploring a bit before finally trying to go down this route and see what's up. And they see these people and they get mad, so they decide to start an invasion of their nation. And Sicilian troops land over here, and yeah, but very because the military, they're more kind of fighting with their own people mainly. They're not really developing a full-on military, obviously. But the Montenegrins will actually push them back, which is gonna embarrass them a bit. But they're gonna decide to focus on their own territories over here, and they continue expanding upwards. And continue going up the Italian peninsula, going to that Roman area, and even actually reaching over here, this Tunisia area, and they're gonna set up a colony over there. What the? Oh, also they colonized Malta. But they should have probably done that a long time ago, but I kind of simply forgot. And once again, this leader is very expansionist. He, wants to expand Sicily a lot. They're even going to reach into Sardinia and set up a colony there. And these guys are colonizing a lot, as you may see. They're just very good colonizers, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. They're also going to continue going up a bit into the Italian peninsula. But at this point, we are going to see something happen, aka the Naples part over here breaking away from Sicily. This is a huge blow to Sicily. Why, you may ask? Well, because, this was linking them up to exploring the Italian peninsula, which the leader really wanted to conquer. And they will break away with all of Naples, but even a bit of Sicily. But the leader will not let this, as he at this point, it's been a few years. He is the first nation. Sicily is the first nation to develop an actual military, and they started an invasion of Naples, going into the territory and reaching a lot of their lands before they kind of stop and decide, make a peace deal. I mean, that peace deal is not really a peace deal, just kind of take what you got. And now these guys are very small. So they're going to set up their capital right over there. And Naples from here is going to start taking up some land. Because why the fuck not? They're going to reach into this area. While these guys, they're kind of still playing colonizers, so they're simply just continuing to colonize land. Reaching Corsica too. And yeah, they also continue exploring to Africa. So yeah, Sicily is actually a very good colonizer, which is very weird to say. In my opinion, but there we go, I guess. They're gonna go up on the coastline, and they're doing pretty good. We haven't checked up on Montenegro in a while, and they are going to start sending out massive, explorations. They're going to explore a lot. They want to, once again, they really want to explore, and they obviously don't do this all at once. They do this in a years, but they don't claim it. They simply explore until they finally decide to, maybe claim some of the lands they got. Because once again, these Montenegrins, they're much more rather explorationists than they are expansionists. Not sure if they'll keep up to that in the future, but who knows. For now, they'll simply set up this. Naples, they will continue expanding, but they're pretty weak. Because if we do power rankings, I say the strongest here would be the Sicilian countries, so they would be number 1. Then number 2, I think would go to Montenegro, and then these guys are number 3. These guys are probably they're kind of the weakest out of the 3, so they can't really expand a lot. Sicily, however, is going to continue because they once again have a very good navy. They're gonna start, going towards the Balearic Islands over here. They want to see what's here. So they reach over in here, and they kind of explore all these islands. Then they wanted to go back, but the storm sends them right in Spain. And the Sicilian leader is very happy with this, and he decides to number 1. Take all these islands. Number 2, set up a little colony over here in Spain. And yeah, we're going to see some Montenegrin explorers going into the territory of Greece, but they do kind of go ahead and kind of get lost. Because they don't have the technology that we do with all these to connect up. They don't have the technology to link up back with the government or anything. So they don't know where they're at. So they're gonna continue going down until they finally decide to set up a civilization. Right about let me actually make this slightly different yellow. So yeah. They're gonna set up a civilization down here in Greece, this Greek civilization. Their capital, I'm debating whether to make it Athens or to make it this island. I think I'm gonna make it this because this is where they started. Their capital will be there, and they're gonna continue to get some more land. Montenegro is not really aware of what they're doing. They think that these guys are simply just continuing their exploration, and yeah, until these guys come back. They're gonna send some other explorers, and yeah, these guys actually are going in pretty good. They actually cross into Turkey, but from there, guess what? They also get lost. God damn it! God damn these stupid explorers! Am I right, chat? So they're gonna set up their own country over here in this little Constantinople area. Just like this, with capital wise, right over here, and until those guys come back, they're gonna send out some other explorationists to explore this area over here in Bulgaria, and these guys don't actually get lost. Surprisingly enough, that's not what I meant to do. They fill in this area. Montenegro can, actually take up some land, and they do claim a large portion of land over here. And eventually, this portion of land is not really happy with being a part of them, so they simply break away. They don't break. It's smaller than what they took, though. They didn't. It's not. They don't break away like all the land that they took breaks away. It's better than that. So their capital, right over there, and these guys are gonna make expand a little. This is gonna bring us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.